Hello YouTube and welcome to Synthetic Oil Info. My name is Tom Brown and in this video we're going to talk about AMSOIL's 0W-40 Powersports synthetic motor oil. Here's a picture of the label and bottle. I do think there are some newer bottles running around now that have a black top on there. So don't be surprised if you see some bottles that have black tops and some tops that have, or some bottles that have yellow tops. That was just a color change on the bottle, not a change in the formula. It is the exact same oil. This 0W-40 full synthetic Powersports oil is primarily designed for your ATVs, UTVs, if you have a four-stroke powered snowmobile, any of these types of vehicles that are running those small engines on these Powersports vehicles. And the reason that AMSOIL formulated this as a 0W-40 is so that you have year-round protection and you don't have to be changing from a low viscosity oil in the winter to a higher viscosity oil in the summertime. You can run this oil year-round. It is wet clutch compatible, so you can run it in those applications that share a common sump for the engine, clutch, and transmission. Which is very common on most of these Powersport vehicles. This oil is also formulated with extra ability to handle water because these engines, probably more so than many of the other engines that you might own, you store them inside, you ride them outside. A lot of times you never ride them far enough or long enough for the engine to get completely warmed up and burn all of the water and condensation out of the crankcase. So you're constantly starting and stopping these vehicles, and so that heating and cooling process just keeps taking place over and over again, and it continues to pull more water into the crankcase through the condensation process, and so the oil gets diluted with water, and so AMSOIL has added special additives to this oil to allow it to protect the inside of your engine from the rust and corrosion that can take place because of that expected operating condition where we're going to have more water in there, and the water doesn't get necessarily burn out until you change out the oil. In most cases, AMSOIL is going to recommend that you change this oil in accordance with your manufacturer's recommendation, or at least once a year, to get that oil out of there that's maybe diluted down with a little bit of water. Again, that's mostly just because of the harsh conditions that these engines operate in. But again, the best thing about this oil is that it's got that broad 0W-40 viscosity range, and so it will allow you to replace 030, 040, 5W30, 10W30, and 10W40 oils that you may have been using in your Powersports applications. Sometimes you may have had a different vehicle that called for different oils, or the same vehicle was calling for different weight oils, whether it was wintertime or summertime. Well, now you can basically use one oil to meet that entire oil specification range of all the way from the coldest day in the winter to the hottest day in the summer. Full synthetic. It's got a very high total base number as well. The total base number, TBN number, on this oil is a 10.5, which allows it to control acid formation inside of your engines. Again, these small engines are running in very harsh conditions. And a lot of these engines don't have really good oil control inside. The rings on them are not quite as tight and don't seal quite as well as some of our more sophisticated car engines and truck engines. And so it allows a little bit more blow-by to get past those rings and down into the crankcase and start saturating that oil with that acid. And so because this oil has that high 10.5 total base number rating, the additives that are in this oil are going to allow it to control the formation of that acid much better for much longer. And so that allows it to be a year-round oil and allow you to run it as long as the manufacturer recommends. You could probably do, you could do oil analysis on this oil to run it even farther, but the crankcase capacity on most of your power sports equipment is just not large enough to make it worthwhile. The oil analysis cost would exceed the value there, and just go ahead and change out your filter if you've got one on that particular application with a good AMSOIL EA filter, if we have one for your application, and do your engine and clutch and transmission the biggest favor you can by running a better oil and filter in there. You can significantly extend the life of these vehicles and keep them running when you need them the most, and reduce the amount of maintenance that you have to do on them. Your clutches are going to last longer. The bearings and gears inside your transmissions are going to last longer. They're going to shift better because this is a better lubricating oil for all three of those components: engine, clutch, and transmission. So you're going to notice smoother clutch engagement and smoother, quieter shifting of the transmission, especially in the wintertime when that oil is really cold, and maybe in the past you've had trouble with the getting that thing to shift between gears because the oil that's in there is just so cold. You will notice an improvement immediately with this oil from that perspective. So check us out. Our website is MinutemanPerformance.com. That'll link you straight to the AMSOIL website. You can place your order there. If you're going to order $100 or more of AMSOIL products in a year, I strongly encourage you to become a preferred customer. You can add that preferred customer membership right to your shopping cart as you're placing your order, and you will get that preferred customer pricing on your very first order. It allows you to buy AMSOIL products at the same price that I do as a dealer, the wholesale price, and the AMSOIL will ship these products right to your house. And so you can do the work yourself, or you can take it to your favorite shop and have them do it. No problem with you taking your oil and filter into the shop. The vast majority of shops have no problem with that. It happens all the time, so don't be afraid of that. It just shows that you're a very concerned consumer and a very concerned equipment owner, because you're willing to spend a little bit extra money up front to provide much better protection for your equipment. Again, our website's MinutemanPerformance.com. Our email is info@MinutemanPerformance.com. Please check us out on Facebook, Synthetic Oil Info. Like us there. And also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel here at Synthetic Oil Info, and tell your friends and family about us. And that way we can help out more people. We are here to help you select the best oil and filter products for your equipment and automobiles, and extend the life of those automobiles and equipment as long as we possibly can. And that is possible by using better oil and filters and greases and other products from AMSOIL. So thanks for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you on the next video.